Here she is, everybody, in the KVS satin red, and damn, that is bright red. Had that all done late last night. It has been sitting and curing overnight. Now we got it just sitting out in the sun. I want it to get really good and dry. It flattened out beautifully. We got the two-tone section done in the dash, which really makes this thing, kind of brings it back into the 60s era again. Very classy looking. It's actually a custom mix we did to match the interior from TMI, so that is going to look fantastic. I was able to, since it was on the rotisserie, get all the way up inside and really get around these brackets, up in this gutter here for the convertible top, up under, around, in every little nook and cranny on this thing. So it will be well protected and look very nice for a long time. And then I was also able to get the entire underside painted in the same satin red. So the next steps for this thing, we're gonna get the front suspension put back on it, rear suspension, get it on its own wheels, and then these quarter panels and everything that you will see on the exterior of the car will get wet sanded and hit with a high gloss clear.
Consolidate.
It's time to consolidate, exactly. Front suspension, check. Rear suspension, check. Amy is wiping, getting everything ready in here to start throwing down some sound deadener. I've got another batch of stuff to go and get painted in the booth, and then we will come in here and start throwing Willwood, all the brakes and brake lines in this thing, and get the gas tank loaded up and put that in. A lot of stuff got done yesterday and last night. Amy got the sound deadener in the interior. She's just gonna finish laying out the trunk today. Right now she's finishing blocking out the underside of the hood, the last piece to be blocked. Well, actually there's two little interior pieces, but the last piece. Yeah, always. Everything is done up here. All of the hoses are in place. Everything is piped in. The fuse block is mounted, so Amy can start spreading the wires out in here. There's our little plate where all the brake lines will come out. The clutch and the rear are left yet, but the front is all plumbed down the line. This is all done, Loctited in place. Giant Willwood calipers and rotors. Got the line run where it's going to go under the motor, so we could start getting that together and get that installed. The passenger side is also Loctited, all ready to go, put together. And then I got a good start on the rear yesterday. It's a little bit interesting because we're using their new electronic emergency brake, which from here looks extremely teeny. But when you come around the side over here, it's quite obtrusive. So I had to find a good location where I could put it that it wasn't going to interfere with the four-link bars, the springs, anything like that. This was our best option. So I've got all the shims and everything located. I can get this one locked down in place and done, and then head on over to the driver's side and make it match. Boxes are still showing up. We're getting some of the stuff in from advanced plating. All of that chrome is coming in. We got a nice little stack of chrome over there. This room has now become painted and clean parts instead of parts ready to go in to get work done on them. And we are, even though boxes are still coming, we are still whittling away at this stack, and it is getting smaller. We're getting the wiring wrapped up. How's that going?
My hands are great. It's going great.
Fantastic.
It is great.
Most everything's laid out, coming out the holes where the switches are supposed to go. We got the steering column painted and in place, locked down, attached on this end, and it's forever place. Exactly. All the wiring that's coming forward for turn signals, headlights, horn, anything that's run into the main fuse block up here for the motor. All of that stuff is all pulled through, ready to get added to the LS connect and cruise harness and bundled up on the inside of the fenders. This little piece she's wrapping up now runs all the way up through here, and will eventually come out this hole and run the tail lights, the sending unit, the fuel pump, and license plate light. We can actually get the motor, clutch, all that assembled for its final time. Got the fuel lines there ready to go. Everything is pretty much ready for it. So we're gonna get going on this. Actually gonna get the glove box painted today. The fuel lines are plumbed, all except the map is done on the motor, and I have one fitting I need to put on the back of the water pump, a plug, and then we'll get the throttle body and all that plugged in shortly. Here I am going to get the wheels test fitted, get this thing down on the ground. We stayed late last night battling the brakes, but we got that sorted and won that one. So I'm gonna get the wheels on, get the radiator put in, make some room over here on the table because we did get the engine covers painted. They look gorgeous. We can get them set over here on the table nice and safe. The one-ear clamps I ordered are gonna be here in a day or so, and I can finish doing the last couple of hookups for the heating and AC. But she is coming along, and we're gonna pull this off. And there she is with her new shoes.
Baby's on her own shoes.
Got about an inch worth of room on each side. I don't think we could have gone any wider with the tires. We are getting the body all scuffed down, ready for its final coat of clear. working out our game plan, the best way to get this all nice and flat, make sure there's no orange peel, any imperfections in it before we lay the clear down, because we want this to lay down like glass. So we have very, very minimal buffing when it comes to the end. So Amy is running around making funny faces, trying to get all of the little teeny spots, because any spot that we don't scuff up, there's a possibility that the clear might peel or not stick. So we're getting in every single groove and spot on this entire thing. We'll get it completely wet sanded, smoothed out, any imperfections we might have missed in the first couple rounds that you can't see in the satin, and get it in the booth. Not to make it sound like a question, because I'm not questioning. We're actually going to put it in the booth. While waiting for paint to dry, most people would go home, kick their feet up, watch some TV, but we ain't got time for that crap. We got to rebuild the convertible top and get the rest of this car done very quickly. So Amy is lifting up a few of the 10,000 staples. That's our guess.
This is the second row.
Yeah, that are holding these on. We got row 1 done, and she thought she was slick and put the screwdriver away, and we found row 2. But before she puts it away from row 2, the whole back end of this thing is also stapled to the other bracket. So, but the frame, everything looks like it's in really good shape. So we're just trying to get that out of this nasty old cover, get it clean, degrease, resprayed black, and get it refitted in the car so that we can put the brand new top on. Where'd that come from? Vic's Upholstery. So yeah. So that's what we do while we wait for paint to dry at Cool Line Customs. This is the second to the last load of things getting cleared. These are the last 2 big pieces that are scuffed and ready to go into the booth tomorrow morning when those are done and get their coat of clear. And then I'm pretty sure, other than maybe a few little parts laying around, which I think we got all of, you might be surprised, one of them might pop up, but I think after that, that's it for the paint booth work anyway. So we are going to go ahead and jump on tackling this convertible top and getting that thing together. I do realize we're missing a few of the pieces of chrome and that kind of stuff, but all of the alignment is the same as it was in the original car. None of that stuff has changed. So we're gonna get it as close to adjusted here in the rear, and just start getting this top fitted, put the original clamps back on, and then as the stuff shows up from chrome, we will swap it all out. The top is stretched down on the 63, looks beautiful. We got a little bit of steaming to do on it, but we're just gonna let this sit and rest for a little while. We know we got plenty of work to do while we wait. So the carpet is also installed, and then I had to mill down this adapter a little bit for the steering wheel, but that is getting wrapped next door. Amy's working on that. So while she gets that together, I am gonna go next door and start wet sanding the doors, fenders, hood, trunk, so that those can go on.
felt he was done the same.
Always more. Always more. I am all ready for the last bit of actual fabrication that needs to be done on the Nova. This is a kit from Summit, basically a U-Fit universal kit, 3-inch stainless exhaust. These are a pile of bends that I thought, just from my layout, how I plan on doing it, that I was going to need. They're 3-inch flattened bends to help me get up over that rear end. It's a little bit tight back there. And the exhaust, clamps, hangers, everything we should need. Got the cut saw out, got the welder out ready to go. Car is up on the lift.
What are you doing?
Getting the last tip put together on the exhaust. Tack these two pieces together. Cut this off even with the bottom of the quarter, and they'll be good and hidden and really loud.
Okay, her very first true startup.
Started, we got good fuel pressure.
Oil pressure.
Oil pressure, fuel pressure.
I don't see anything leaking. I did not see anything sparking. That was just our initial turn it on, make sure we're not going to burn it up.
Sounds good. Still gassy, but she's learning. leaking or dripping, so I'm freaking excited. That's a bad bitch right there.